Hi everybody, this is the investing teacher, high school science teacher, teaching others how to invest. Also a father, the best element with my chemistry element symbols. Today in this video we're going to go over how I pick different strikes in the high implied volatility positions, and we'll look at some possible trades for Monday. If there's any questions, share, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and let's get right to it. All right, so I like to start this video making an analogy to running a casino. You're seeing the video, a guy thinking about what numbers to play in the roulette wheel. A lot of times doing these option trades is like playing in the casino, but actually being the owner of the casino. And when you're the owner of the casino, you want to have the odds on your side. So a lot of the bets we're making have a high probability of success that also receives a good return. So when making a casino, you want to obviously make sure you're making games where you're going to have a slightly net benefit in the end. Obviously, if it's a slight net loss over many, many times, if enough people play the game, you're going to be losing. You notice a lot of the casinos have bigger and bigger buildings. There's a reason for that, because they have the edge on their side. They're making slightly beneficial trades, and they do that over and over again with many different people playing. When we're doing option trades, you want to do a similar aspect, find slightly positive, slightly edged trades, do those over and over again with a lot of different positions, and then just keep being the casino. So let's look at a little bit of notes on how I figure out how to actually run my casino of option trades. Okay, so here's how I look for my strikes and expirations when I do my option trades. The notes for this is in the description below, so feel free to look at any of those in the PowerPoint. First, you want to have a list of fairly high implied volatility stocks. In my particular strategy, I like the high IV stocks because they give more premiums. You could also do this with lower IV stocks, but in the end, you get a smaller cushion. Some ways to find your high IV stocks, you can look at Swaggy stocks. They have an FD ranker where you can rank the stocks from highest to lowest implied volatility. Theta Gang and also Wall Street Bets on the Reddit forums do mention quite a bit of the high IV positions. For Wall Street Bets, you don't necessarily want to buy all these call options or buy the stock, but you're going to still sell the options and sell the puts because then you are the casino. I also am a moderator in the Option Wheel Facebook group, and that is a place to show some of the things that I'm recommending and also others that are and very like-minded community that will show high implied volatility positions. Next, I personally look for stocks earning around 1% a week, and that also goes to around 4% a month on fairly low deltas. Delta shows the probability of success. If you have a low delta, then you have a high probability of that option expiring worthless, and then you would get to keep all the premium. Essentially, you are the casino taking the bets of the roulette wheel. Two different resources you could do to look for these stocks. If you're on your phone, you could go to m.stockoptionschannel.com. This will show the deltas and show the chance that it might expire with earning money. You could also look at the rate of return, and it says it very clearly there. If you're on your computer, I use Street Smart Edge. You could also use whatever program your brokerage does have. A lot of times they're going to be pretty similar in terms of deltas, in terms of premium received, implied volatility numbers, and whatnot. Next, you want to look at a chart for the support levels. Typically, if you sell a cash secured put, that's when you are making a bet that the stock will not go lower than a certain strike price. Then when you're looking at the support, wherever that number is, you usually want to make a cash secured put that is a little bit below that support level. Because if it goes lower than your strike, then you'll get a sign on that stock. You could always do the wheel strategy there and sell a covered call on the upside. However, in many cases, if you go below the support level, typically the stock will maybe reach the support, but it won't hit your strike price, and then you get to collect all your premiums. Also, you want to see is the stock trending up or sideways. Typically, you don't want to be picking stocks that are trending downward because they might continue to go downward. If you pick a stock trending up, and you still make a strike lower than the support level, then still, again, high likelihood that it won't hit that level and you get to keep your premiums. Next, I like to get out of trades with profits because you always get rich collecting profits. and don't get too greedy waiting until it gets near expiration. So here you can set a good till cancel GCC buy to close order and do that at around 50% profit. So if you're starting a position that earns you $50, you can do a buy to close good till canceled order at 0.25. That would end up being a $25 buying back. If you go from 50 to 25, you made a 50% profit. For the high volatility positions, I prefer taking profits early. In many cases, the premiums will dip quite a bit, and then you can take your 50% right away. Then it opens up new funds for new positions. And then just rinse, repeat. Keep doing that over and over. Essentially, don't let the bettor in your casino possibly know an advantage, take his money right away, and find a new bettor that doesn't necessarily know what they're doing as much. Here's an example trade that you could do for Monday. Here we have cash your put for Wish for 7/18, it's July 18th. And you can make the cash your put strike price at 7.5 and earn $40 in premium. This page shows the last 51 days of Wish. It is trending a bit downward. However, it did have a recent spike. It actually went up to 15 at one point, and now it's hovering at the 10 range. At the green line, see that's $7.59. If you do 750, slightly below that, notice how the stock was getting close to this number, but never actually touched it. And if you look before April and March, February, and so on, it never reached this as well. So I think 750 is a good support level where there's a pretty low chance that it's going to go from 10 to 750 in a month. And then what you're going to do is set your buy to close order at 0.2, which is a 50% profit. And there's a good chance that if the stock hovers in the 10s or 9s, in a few weeks, you'll be able to buy to close it, get your $20 profit per position, and then move on to something else. If the stock ends up hovering back in the 12, 13 area from early May, then the premium should be around 0.2 even quicker. Maybe you can get out in a week or up to 2 weeks or so. And then you get your quick profit, take the next bet over and over again. Okay, so that WISP position is one of my recommendations. Let's look at a few other recommendations that I think could be good for Monday on June 14th. A lot of these positions, you could get a good return. You could buy to close 50% profit and then go on to the next trade. Okay, so again, here's a WISP position that I recommended. Could get $40 in premium for 7.5 put. When you're looking at the percent gain here, you do 40 divided by 7.5, and you're looking at a 5.3% rate of return in a little over a month. That's if it goes all the way to expiration. If you buy to close at 0.2, which is a 50% profit, you could go from, instead of 40, but 20 over 7.5 and make a 2.6% return. I don't know exactly when you'll be able to buy to close this yet. Unfortunately, I'm not a soothsayer, fortune teller, and I know exactly when I could buy to close it. However, based on the probabilities, there's a good chance you might be able to buy to close in the end of June or so. So you could earn your 2.6% return for about 2 weeks. Average that out, it's about a little over 1% per week. Two other trades that I do like for Monday. You could cash your put on Fubo. Again, phone 16 expiration, looking about 30 days out or so. You go to 23 and earn $85 in premium. Buy to close it at about 0.4, 0.45 is a 50% profit. Right now, the stock's at $29.79, and we're looking to sell a cash your put at 23. So we got a good amount of buffer. Again, we're that casino. We want to make those slightly advantageous bets. The delta is 0.15, meaning that there's a 15% chance of it expiring worthless. And the IV, which is the implied volatility, is at 96%, which is a bit on the higher side for most people, but that's actually a little bit on the low side for a lot of the positions I make because, again, I want to get those high rate of returns, buy to close early, cash out, and move on. Another one to consider is cash your put on NCTY, same July 16th expiration at 12.5 and earn $100 in premium. Now, that's a bigger return than I normally at. 100 divided by 12.5, we're looking at an 8% return in a month. We want to buy to close it at 0.5, so we're looking at about a 4% return, possibly in a few weeks. This one you do want to be a little careful because the earnings will likely be reported in mid-July. So likely you're going to want to buy to close before that. You might even want to buy to close earlier than 50% profit because you could still possibly make 1% a week if you buy to close it early. So this is not necessarily set in stone to buy to close at 0.5. If you could buy to close at 0.775 or so in about a week or two, that's still a really good rate of return. Stock's at 19.37. So again, good cushion from 19 to 12.5. Delta's 0.14. Again, high probabilities of success. IV is high at 179%, and that's mostly because the earnings will be released soon. All right, so I just want to thank everyone for watching till the end of the video. Appreciate all your support. Smash that thumbs up button, subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff that everyone else says before. I do run a Patreon, by the way, and I do give these free stock trades all the way into June. After that, it costs $20 a month. So if this is something you might be interested in, either leave a comment down below or subscribe to the Patreon, and I'll make sure you get that one-on-one attention if you would like some additional support. So again, I'm the investing teacher, high school science teacher, teaching others how to invest. Be good out there, make some money, buy to close early, and I'll see you guys next time.